The following is presented by the Pinellas County Extension.
Hi, I'm Teresa Bedurick. Welcome to your Florida Vegetable Garden. Today we're going to talk about how to plan a site for your vegetable garden and pick a location. Let's get started. A successful garden starts with smart planning. So you want to make sure that you cover a couple of topics, such as the first thing is you want it to be close to your house. A garden that's off in a far corner of the yard, someplace you don't go, is going to be neglected. So you don't want to hide your garden. The next thing you want to make sure of is that you are located close to a source of water. If you don't have water close by, you're likely to neglect the garden and not water it frequently enough. So don't make yourself lug jugs of water all across the yard. You won't be successful. The next and very important thing is to make sure that you have full sun for your garden. At least 5 or 6 hours of full sun a day. Now your fruiting vegetables like your tomatoes, peppers, corn absolutely need this full sun, that minimum of 5 to 6 hours of full sun. Some of your leafier crops like your cabbage, your lettuce, and your broccoli can tolerate just a little bit more shade, so plan accordingly. The other thing to remember is that the sun is much higher in the sky in the summertime, and so you want to make sure that throughout the whole growing season that you have full sun. And some of our best times to grow in Florida are in the fall and the spring, so a full sun garden in the summer may not be come wintertime, so make sure you plan that out. The next thing you want to make sure of is that you're not going to be planting and disturbing any tree roots or shrub roots. This can damage their roots, and also the tree and shrub roots can compete for the water and nutrients that you're putting in your vegetable garden. You also want to remember that tree roots spread out about 3 times as far as the tree branches. So it's a lot further than you think. Make sure that you look around and plan accordingly. The next thing you want to remember is to put your garden on level ground and away from any low, wet spots in the yard. Anywhere where rain sits for a period of time after the rain has fallen is not a good place for your vegetable garden. So look for high level ground. Also, if you happen to have a septic system, you want to make sure to keep your vegetable garden away from the septic system. If you ever need to maintain the system, you're going to have to disturb your vegetable garden, and that's a very expensive problem. The other problem is that there's potential for contamination with your root crops if you put it on a septic. So just avoid septic areas. The next thing to consider is also if you need any fencing to keep out either your pets, running around children, any sort of wildlife. So consider if you're going to need to put a fence in. And also remember that a fence can be used to trellis some of your climbing vegetables. And finally, be sure to call 811 before you dig. They will come out and mark any utilities you have on your site to avoid any costly repairs or fines you might get from damaging them. Thank you for joining me. I'm Teresa Bedurick, and this is your Florida Vegetable Garden.
For more information on this and many more topics, visit www.pinellascountyextension.org.